Hi, this is Charles Alvarez, President and CEO of Cornerstone, where we deliver freedom to business owners. And what that means is that we help entrepreneurs and business owners just like you increase their sales and profitability while working significantly less than you are now. And one of the ways that you can make more money and do it with less effort and not work as hard as you're doing now is by making sure that you have the right team. I remember when I was a young kid, I asked my stepdad, who owned 3 very successful businesses and was a great mentor to me, I asked him, what is the hardest thing about owning your own business? Without any hesitation whatsoever, he said, finding the right people. What I have found, though, in working with over 300 businesses, is that oftentimes the right people for their business are already there. Let me tell you what I mean about that. Because we get so busy, or because we spend so much time in the business versus on the business, we get strapped for time as business owners. And one of the reasons for that is because nobody's ever told us how to get the most out of other people. And we have found, after working with over 300 companies, is that there are just 3 things that we must do consistently in order to get the most out of people that we can, so that we can focus on the things that a CEO should be doing, which is selling, investing in your team, and setting and establishing the vision of your company. So the first thing is that we have to connect the overall purpose of our business to their own daily work. In other words, if a person just feels that they come to work to get a paycheck, that's not inspiring, that's not motivating, that's not going to get people to be at their best. So for example, at our company, we tell all of our team members that we deliver freedom to business owners. So when you come to work each day, you're not only affecting the business owner, you're also affecting their employees, the business owner's family, the employee's family. So this goes just more than just owning a paycheck. We're actually changing the lives for the better of the people that we work with. And once they really connect with that, by me constantly reinforcing that, we find that their performance and their productivity just goes up, 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 and up. So that's step 1, is you have to connect what they're doing with the overall purpose as to what you're in business. What is the good that you're delivering to mankind, to your clients, that they need to understand on a daily basis to get that high level of work that you so need. Step number 2 is you have to be very clear as to what you expect from that. And what we do with our clients and with our team members is we ask them or tell them to use what we call the SMT framework. The SMT is an acronym to make sure that when you give directions or set expectations with your team members, that they have these 3 aspects in it. S stands for you want to make sure that you give very specific instructions. M, as in Mary, stands for measurable. And by the way, I'd like to quantify that a little bit. You want to make it easy to measure. And T stands for time bound. You want to make sure that there's a deadline as to when they need to deliver that particular result for you. Because us as business owners, what happens is sometimes, because we have such a high level of expertise in our business, sometimes we have a hard time dumbing it down for somebody. It's kind of like when they asked Beethoven and Mozart, how do you play the piano? They said, I don't know, I just play. That's what actually made them terrible teachers. They couldn't relate to their audience, they couldn't relate to the people they were trying to teach, and they just became frustrated. Well, that actually happens to us as business owners, and that happened to me oftentimes. It still happens to me today, just not as often as it did years ago. But as you practice being specific, measurable, and time-bound, you will see that you get dramatically better results from your team. And the third thing is an accountability process. After you set very clear, specific, measurable, and time-bound expectations with the team, you've got to inspect what you expect. You can't just assume that they're going to do it right. You've got to have a way to make sure, or an accountability system, to make sure that they're following the process you want to. What we do at our company, and what my clients do at theirs after they have learned this, is they have what I call a weekly check-in meeting. What they do is they go over all of their expectations and they compare that to the measurements that they've been taking in their business. So those are the 3 things. Number 1, tie the overall purpose and the overall good you're doing to your clients to their daily work. Number 2, set very clear, specific, measurable, and time-bound expectations. And number 3, have an accountability system where you're inspecting what you expect to make sure that they're following through and doing it the way that you want it to be done. If you'd like to learn more about how to get more out of your team, simply visit cornerstonebusinesscoaching.com or email me directly. My personal email address that goes right to my inbox at my desk is calvarez, that's C-A-L-V as in Victor, A-R-E-Z as in zebra, at cornerstonebusinesscoaching.com.